Alright guys, welcome to another section of Mathematics Made Easy. Here, we make mathematics as easy and fun as it can be. Alright, now today we're going to continue from word problems on simple equation. Remember the last time we did simple equations and we said equations are those things or those expressions that have a variable which is an unknown. We have the plus, minus, division, or multiplication, and we have an equal to. But today, we'll be looking at interpreting words into equation, then solving them. I have some questions written in my memory book. Alright, so let's start. So the first thing we're going to be looking at today is, I think of a number, add 6, the result is 10. Full stop. What is the number? Alright. You know, in all my videos, I always give you a trick to solving the question. So today, I'll give you another wonderful trick. Now the trick is, when solving word problems on simple equations, interpret the information step by step. If you do that, you are sure to get your final equation that you are going to solve. Now let's try that trick on this question. Now, I think of a number. You always represent that number with X, Y, or any letter of your choice. Me, I love X and Y. I don't know why, but I love it. Okay, so let's look at this question now. I think of a number. Now let my number be X. Let the number be X. Now that X is my number. Now add 6. That means I added 6 to X. So that simply means X. Then I added 6. That's the next statement or the next information. And let's do the next information. The result is 10. That means when I added 6 to my number, the result, or it was equal to 10. Now, you have successfully gotten an equation from this statement. Now, there's a variable here, we have a plus sign here, and we have an equal to sign here. Now, let's solve this equation with our basic method, with our balance method that we did the last time. So remember we said X is a box. So we have one box and 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here we have 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember the beauty of this? The scale in your kitchen can solve mathematics. Okay, now let's continue. We said what you do to Paul, you must do to Peter. So here, I'm going to take away 6 circles from Paul and take away 6 circles from Peter. And that leaves me with a box for Paul and 4 circles for Peter, telling me that a box is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. Now we interpret it back, becomes X is equal to 4, and that is our answer. But let's confirm if this answer is correct. In our last video, I told you every equation is balanced. That means what is in the right hand side is directly or exactly equal to what is at the left hand side. Now, if we plug 4 into X, will it give us 10? Let's try that. So if X is 4, it becomes 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. So you see, we are correct because 4 plus 6 is 10. Simple, right? As long as you are going to interpret the question statement by statement, you are sure to get your answer. Now, let's see another example. So example 2. A number is added to 8 and the result is multiplied by 5, and then 10 is added. Full stop. The final result is 35. What is the number? Alright, so now let's interpret this question step by step and get the answer. Let's interpret the question step by step and get this answer. A number. So let me use y to represent number now. So let the number be y. Now a number is added to 8. That means I had 8 and I added that number, which is y. And the result is multiplied by 5. Now if I add 8 to y, what will I get? The answer will also be 8 plus y. The reason is because 8 is a number and y is a letter. And a number and a letter cannot mix if they are added. The only condition where a number and letter can come together is when they are multiplied. Now, 8 plus y will give us 8 plus y as the answer. Now remember we said the result is multiplied by 5 and this is our result. So 8 plus y is our result and I multiplied 8 plus y by 5. Now I put a bracket because 8 plus y are two different variables. If they were together, I can multiply straight, but they are different variables, so I have to put 5 or I have to put them into a bracket. Now, and then 10 is added. That means when I finish multiplying my 8 plus 5 by 8 plus y by 5, I added 10. So that means 5 into 8 plus y, and then I added 10. The final result is 35. That means when I multiplied 8 plus y by 5 and added 10, my result was 35. So 8 plus 5 multiplied by 5 plus 10 is equal to 35. Here we have gotten our equation. So let's solve this using our normal method. So we have to open this bracket, and to open this bracket we have to use what's inside the bracket to multiply what is inside the bracket. So 5 times 8 will give me 40 plus 5 times y will give me 5y plus 10. Remember I said they can only mix when they are multiplied. So you see 5 times y gave me 5y. Now this is equal to 35. Now if I collect my like terms, then I will leave 5y here and I will take, this will be equal to 35. I'll take 40 to the other side. Now 40 is a plus, so when it comes to the other side it becomes a minus, so minus 40. Yes, you can always remember that thinking of a bridge. Now there's a bridge in a country where if a boy crosses the bridge, the boy will become a girl. And if a girl crosses the bridge, the girl will become a boy. That bridge is the equal to sign. And that country is mathematics. Alright, let's continue. So I take plus 40 to the other side, it becomes minus 40. I take plus 10 to the other side, it becomes minus 10. Now, 5y will be equal to 35 minus 40 minus 10. How do we do that? So 35 is positive, so that means I am having 35 naira in my hand, but I was owing somebody 40 naira. So I gave that person 35 naira. What happened is I'm owing the person 5 naira. Now I went again and collected another item that cost 10 naira without paying. Don't mind me, I'm not a debtor by a person, but unfortunately mathematics is making me a debtor. So I go again, I take another item costing 10 naira and I did not pay. So altogether I will be owing the person 15 naira. So 5y will be equal to minus 15. Now if I multiply both sides by 5, which is the coefficients of y, or I can say since it's 5 times y, if I do the inverse of multiplication, which is division, so 5 divide, 5 divide. So 5 here, 5 here will give me y. Then 5 here is 1, 5 here is 3. So y will be equal to minus 3. That is our answer. Now let's confirm if that answer is correct. Let's plug in minus 3 to this part of the equation. So we have 5 into bracket 8 plus y plus 10 equal to 35. Now let's plug minus 3 to y. So we have 5 equal to 8 into bracket 8 plus minus 3. So let me use a different bracket now. Minus 3 plus 10 is equal to 35. Now let me open this bracket. This bracket becomes 40. 5 times minus, okay, this is plus. Now 5 times minus 3 gives minus 15. Plus 10 equal to 35. Now plus times minus will give me minus. How do we remember that? Plus is a friend, negative is enemy. Now the friend of my enemy is my enemy because I don't know, I tell him a secret, he goes to tell my enemy and we becomes enemy. So the friend of my enemy is my enemy. So the friend of my enemy is my enemy. So 40 minus 15 plus 10 is equal to 35. Now, is this balanced? Let's check it. I'm having 40 naira and I remember I'm owing one man 15 naira. So I went to pay the man, it's 15 naira. I'll be having a change of 5 naira. Now, a friend of mine gave me 10 naira. So that means I'll be having a change of, or I'll be having a total of 35 naira. Remember, I'm owing the man 40 naira. I pay 15 naira. I'll be having 25 naira left. Now I have 10 naira. That will give me 35. So 40 minus 15 give me 25. Plus 10 gives me 35. And that means the answer is correct. Now at this point of this video, I want you to pause the video and solve this question for me. Question number 3, I want you to pause the video and solve it for me. Now the question goes thus. Number 3, the age of a father is thrice the sum of the ages of his 2 sons. Full stop. After 5 years, comma, his age is twice, or his age will be twice the sum of the ages of his 2 sons. Full stop. What is the father's present age? So that's the question. So please pause the video and try this for me. Alright, I'm sure you've gotten your answer. So let's see if it's correct. So solution. Now let's see. Remember, no matter how long the equation is, no matter how long any equation is, or any word problem is, each statement gives you a puzzle or a part of the full equation. So let's interpret this. The age of a father is thrice the sum of its age of his 2 sons. That means here I'm having 2 variables. So let me put that. So let the age of father be x, be equal to x, and let the sum of the ages of his sons be equal to y. So I've used my x and y now. So now I have 2 variables to solve. Now once you have 2 variables to solve at the same time, your mind should be telling you you are looking at simultaneous equation or simultaneous linear equation. Now let's interpret this. Now the age of a father is thrice the sum of the age of his 2 sons. That means his age is 3 times the sum of the age of his 2 sons. Now we already know that his age is x, and the sum of the 2 sons, the sum of the age of the 2 sons is y. That means 3 times y, which is the same thing as x is equal to 3y. Now let's take this as equation 1. Now let's continue. After 5 years, that means 5 years was added to the father's age. Now the father's age is x. Now 5 years was added. Now after 5 years, his age will be twice. So his age is going to be twice the sum of the age of his 2 sons. So the sum of their ages is y, so it's going to be twice y. Now plus 5 plus 5. Don't be surprised I'm putting 2 5. Remember, there are 2 sons and 5 years have added to their age. So 5 plus 5. 5 for one son and 5 for the other son. Now let's take this, or let's open this bracket. So x plus 5 is equal to 2y. 5 plus 5 is 10. So 10 times 2 is 20. Now let's take this as equation 2. So here we can now start solving or eliminating one of the variables to get the other. You cannot solve for 2 variables at the same time. You cannot solve for 2 variables at the same time. So you have to eliminate one. And how do you do that? You do that by substitution. Now this is equation 1. So I have to add from equation 1, I was told that x is 3y. So if I substitute x into equation 2, so x is 3y, so I get 3y plus 5 is equal to 2y plus 10. Now I need to collect my like terms now. So if I have to collect like terms, so 3y, sorry, let me come back up here. All right. So if I'm going to like terms from here, so I will have 3y, then I take plus 2y to the other side, becomes minus 2y is equal to, I have 10 here, then I take plus 5. Sorry, I have 20 here, it should be 20. So I have 20 here, and I take plus 5 to the other side, becomes minus 5. Now 3y minus 2y will give me y is equal to 20 minus 5 will give me 15. Y is the sum of the age of his 2 sons. So that means 15 is the sum of their ages. Now, but we're not have to look for the son's age, we have to look for the father's age. Now let's substitute y into equation 1. Substitute y into equation 1 to get the father's age. Since equation 1 says the father's age is 3 times the sum of the ages of the son. So if I have x here equal to 3 times y, which is 15. So that means x is equal to 3 times 5 is 15. Put down 5, carry 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1, which is 45. That means the age of the father is 45. So if you have gotten 45, thumbs up. But if not, then don't worry about it. You have to retry, go through it again, go through the video again and again and again, and at the end of the day, you will get the correct answer. I trust you are smart, I trust you can learn, and I know you can get it, because you know what? Mathematics is fun, and when you take it fun, you get it right. Thank you very much for being in our session today. But in our next section, I'll be looking at a question that was posed or that was asked in the comment section in the first video. Remember I said if you have any question troubling you, you can put it in the comment section. So I'll be looking at the circumference of a circle. But I will not just look at that. I'm looking at the perimeter and area of all plane shapes. I trust you will join that section. Please, if you have loved what we have done here, don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell icon so you can get more notification anytime I post a video. Thank you very much. Until our next session, bye bye for now.